Pillage.
What the fuck is up, everybody? Rage Pillage Podcast 2024, new Burley, new me. Fucking, I'm on a diet, sucks. I'm sober, sucks. No caffeine, sucks. Everything pretty much sucks right now. I'm sore as fuck from being in the gym. You know, fucking everything's great 2024. We got people coming out of tunnels in New York now. You have to tell me about that in a few minutes. Fucking, did you get the deets on that, Josh?
Of course I did. I'm a Jew.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, I gotta say JP and JR. That's the rules now. But hey, so for the people listening, I got returning guest, bad motherfucker, right off of his fucking, I guess you say world tour. What do you want to call it? What do we call it?
International tour.
International tour. Fucking in what, Indonesia, right?
Yeah, man.
And other places?
Well, we started in Jakarta and we finished in Bali. And just so you understand, Indonesia has a population of 280 million people.
Jesus H.
It's
Christ.
It's like the fourth biggest country in the world that, like, I guess Western people don't give much attention to. But it's a huge fucking country. And we started in Jakarta, and then we did a few days there, and then we did a 5-city tour of everywhere in between Jakarta and Bali, which it was a good 20-something hours on a tour bus. It was crazy.
That is very much an international tour. You named a country I've never even fucking heard of. That's amazing.
Yeah, dude. It took for me to get back home to realize I was only a few hours away from Australia. I was like, holy shit, I was right next to Australia.
God damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Okay, well, wait.
Did it translate? Like, did everybody, like, get what you were saying? You know what I mean?
Well, the English speakers obviously did. Obviously you couldn't take, like, I couldn't take like 90% of my material from New York City over there. So the name of the game, because we did JCOM Fest, which was a huge festival. We did like in front of like 3,000 people. We went there with our.
Jesus.
I have a friend. His name is Panji. I call him Prakowski, but he has he's like the most famous comedian in Indonesia. So he took us on a tour called Huge in Indonesia with me, Kevin Sanchez, and my friend Rashad Bashir, because he thought that would best represent, and like we were his first friends that he made in New York. And so our first big show was JCOM Fest, but he let us do like 3 or 4 mics before then. And it depends,
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing. Indonesian crowds, and I've done comedy in several states throughout the U.S. I've done it outside the country once before this. The best crowds in the entire world. Even if they don't understand what the hell you're saying, they're laughing, they're having a good time. They're not scorned in any way. I'm not trying to shit on American comedy crowds, but especially in open mics, you're not going to get laughter and shit. You're going to get like looks from other comics. That's the difference. Is they actually had, to their open mics, you get like 30, 40, up to 100 people just show up to listen to the comedy. It was like comedy in the 80s. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Let me introduce the other guest real quick. Then we can get into this shit. Fucking the other guest that's here, first time on the show, drinking Miller Lite, man after my own heart. Fucking Joshua Ryan out of Philly.
Right outside of Philly. I live in a suburb right outside of Philly in Jersey.
I just had Logan Mallon and Nick Dees on last week, so I think they're right out of your area too. Yeah. So nice to meet you. Hey, by the way, I got to do something to get a fucking IMDb. Both of you fucking guys got an IMDb credit, and I don't got dick. So
I haven't paid for my picture in like 10 years, though.
I see that. I saw that.
I did for many years, and then I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, no.
This isn't... Who gives a shit about that?
Does that bring anything that y'all's way, just being on IMDb, or is it just a fucking thing to suck your own dick?
What do you mean? Say that again?
Like, being on IMDb, does it bring any attention your way at all?
Well, if you're going to audition for something, they want to see that you had some sort of experience,
Gotcha. Okay.
It gives you
There's nothing to audition for here unless it's like the Proud Boys or something. So
you know what? I have no.
Well, the thing is that like people will like register their like school film and shit, so you can't give it that much credence.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, people can look a lot more professional, like in comedy.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I know some shitbox comics that you're like, holy fuck, dude.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, well, I have a comedy.
What was it like opening for?
I've been listed on a show recently with a Comedy Central credit, which I do technically have because I did a sketch with you know who Jay Larson is?
Yeah.
So I did a movie
Yeah,
with Jay
not personally,
Larson
yeah.
like 15 years ago, and we became friends sort of, and he put me in a sketch that he shot at Comedy Central. So some guy asked me, he's like, "What's your credits?" I was like, "Well, I got a Comedy Central credit."
Yeah.
Nice. Who writes the IMDb shit? Who writes it? You do?
You can. It's like Wiki, I think. You can like self-edit it, but it gets like put through a process where if it's not legit, they boot it off.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Now, where you, Josh? You live in New York. Where I have no idea where you're. We're meeting for the first time on your podcast, by and large. We talked a little bit, via email and Instagram. Where are you located at?
me?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm in Houston.
I'm pretty sure you called you
that's
Josh.
what I thought. Okay. No, I said I heard Josh. I heard you.
That
You
was
said you were
that
from
was
New York
my
City.
last co-host, dude. Fucking
I
yeah.
thought we were supposed to drink before this thing, so I'm a little.
Oh no,
little tuned up.
no, trust me. 10 days ago, I'd have been a blubbering mess. Yeah, everybody's drinking. Yeah, this is. I'm trying to do dry January. It's. I mean, Josh has seen me at my worst. JP over here, he's seen me at my worst over here, just spouting Nazi rhetoric and everything else, right?
Jesus Christ!
No, I'm just kidding. No, but
Yeah, you took the
So,
swastika
Miller Lite's a
background.
doozy.
yeah, was it all my red and white flags back there and all that good shit, Fucking no, but so. You told me kind of briefly, and we said we talk about it on the show. How bad's the fucking food over there, dog? Okay, for a vegan, how bad is the food?
Not as bad as you would think, because tofu is like a big part of their diet.
Okay,
It happens to be like. I mean, listen.
the worst.
No, dude. First of all, I'm from Queens, as you could tell. I'm from Queens.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up basically in Indonesia. Like.
Little Indonesia.
That was actually one of my opening jokes. It didn't work all the time, so I dropped it before the big shows. But I said, I can't believe I traveled 30 hours from Queens, New York. I landed here. I'm in Queens, New York. I mean, that's what it fucking looks like. But
From JFK to JFK.
that's what it felt
Yeah,
like,
right.
honestly. But listen, when it came to the food, like Jakarta's like New York City, Manhattan, Queens, like there was great food. Like they had like contemporary like restaurants and stuff, and it was good stuff. But when you get into the thick and thin of it, and we're going cross country into very like impoverished towns. I mean,
Oh, you're in where white people don't go.
yeah,
right?
no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely not Israeli Jews don't go. It was our little secret
Fuck.
though at the time.
Yeah. Well, be cool. Fuck.
I didn't start saying
Your past is
Shema,
European, maybe. Yeah.
but some of the places. I mean, listen, dude. Like they, it's their culture, and like I don't give a fuck. My mother always yells at me if I eat with my hands. My mother would have a heart attack if she went there because they fucking eat with their hands.
That would bother me,
Like
bro.
they have utensils, but they just eat with their fingers, which I'm all cool with. I mean, they have utensils if you want to use them. It's also, it's an Islamic country, so they only eat with their right hand.
Yeah, is the other ones for wiping
wiping-
their ass or
for
something like
wiping
that,
their
right?
ass.
Poop with their left hand.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, exactly. So they only eat with their right hand, but like, and also like
Did you ever try to poop with your left hand? Impossible. I could never be Muslim strictly based off of that.
to wipe with your left
Yeah.
hand,
I can't poop with my left hand, bro.
bro. I jerk off with my
God forbid I ever break my right hand.
I jerk off with my left,
Yeah,
and I'm a righty. So
You're
How?
fucking joking. Dude, I have a bit about I do everything. I'm right-handed. I throw a ball with the right hand. I write with the right hand. I exclusively jerk off with my left hand.
yeah, no. I
I swear to God.
I did it out of medical necessity.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I swear. I'll tell you the
There's-
truth. I think I jerked off once too much, too hard with my right hand that I felt like I was having a fucking seizure.
Wow.
What the fuck? How hard were you jerking
I don't
off,
know.
bro?
I was like a teenager.
Jesus
bro.
Christ.
Look, that's quality time with yourself. Take your
Dude.
time. You know what I mean?
So I was like,
Dude,
yeah, I can't jerk off with my right hand anymore.
I've
You
tried,
ain't
like,
fucked your own dick.
like not that long ago. I've tried to use my left hand. I felt like fucking Stephen Hawking trying to do something.
Faster.
Just fucking, yeah. I love it. Yeah, that sucked, bro. Yeah, I don't know how y'all do that shit. But I mean, Big ups to you. You got the stranger at all times.
I mean, if you had me write my name with my left hand, it looks like I have cerebral palsy.
Real Michael J. Fox. Fucking just
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, fuck,
Yeah,
man.
I'm spending time with me, left hand only.
I think I'd rather fuck a couch cushion than try to use my left hand.
Did you see that awesome rumor that they spread about Stephen Hawking this week?
With the midgets?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I hope it's real.
I wanted it to be so fucking real. Josh, you know about this?
I know nothing. I know nothing.
Burley, you want to tell him or should I tell him?
Yeah, I mean, you fill it in where I missed stuff. So you know the whole Epstein list shit came out, right? And so Stephen Hawking's is on said list. So apparently they have ramps at the island and shit, right? And his whole thing apparently was getting midgets to do math equations on the wall while naked. And that was his fucking...
Wait, you missed an important fact.
Oh, my bad.
It was a chalkboard, but it was placed higher up. So one midget would have to stand. Stretch. One midget would have to stand on top of another midget.
Wow.
So
they had to bring in circus midgets to do this shit.
That's some fucking out there
Let me tell you,
shit.
the first person to record a video of that, they're going to fucking win an Oscar, bro.
Dude. Shoot, fuck. Hey, dude, this year started off pretty wild. We got this list popping off. I don't know if y'all have kept up with the Cat Williams shit. That was the funniest shit to me ever.
I didn't watch the whole 3-hour thing. I saw he was talking about some Illuminati shit. What happened?
Oh, that's the side notes, dude. He was going after fucking what's his name, Mr. Steve Harvey, going after Cedric.
Yeah,
going after
Cedric.
Dude,
he said they were stealing
jokes.
Everybody got it.
Stealing jokes. He fucking made some shit on a. Who is the Santa Claus in Friday After Next? What's his name?
Michael Epps.
Oh.
No.
Shit. Yeah.
He was shitting on him because he's like, apparently that guy said that he was supposed to have Cat Williams's role in that movie. Ricky Smiley.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck it, dude. It's a real shit show. It's hilarious to me, dude.
The thing I don't get, like, Cat Williams is a fucking phenomenal stand-up.
Yeah.
Like, he's he's objectively great at stand-up comedy. And he just lost his goddamn marbles.
I mean, that video of him getting fucking beat up by the little kid was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, that kid was like 6'2".
Yeah, but he's still
2 1/4.
He sucker punched him and still lost. You saw that one, right, Pallid?
Of course, that's from a few years ago, right?
Yeah. That's a goddamn
he's a
classic.
tiny little dude,
and the
man.
kid just sat on him.
Yeah.
He's tiny, bro. He's like what? He's like 5 foot.
But that should teach him to not talk that shit.
Nah, man. He should speak all this shit. Honestly, dude, he's got money. He's got probably giant dudes around him now. He should say whatever the fuck he wants, bro.
He was also on that thing talking about he could run a 4.2 40.
Oh, how fast he
shit.
was,
like,
right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
it's
Jesus.
Him and Tyreek Hill are the fastest men alive.
Yeah, dude. I loved every second of that. I probably watched 2.5 hours of it. I just couldn't take any more after that. But some of the shit that he said on there fucking killed me, dude. Fucking killed me.
I read a comment.
Shannon Sharp kept us cool. Like, if you were spitting that gibberish to me for 3 hours, eventually, wouldn't you like throw your hands up like, all right, guy, like,
oh no, that's ratings for him, bro.
Of course.
Yeah.
Please keep going. We'll go a 5-hour show. I don't give a fuck. You know. I'd be feeding that motherfucker alcohol so fast. Dude.
So let me ask you: Do you think that he's like legit with his grievances, or do you think it was a publicity stunt? Because what I read was like, he's just trying to do promotions.
I mean, did you see the Steve Harvey response?
No.
No. Oh, well, you know what? I won't even speak for him. I'll show you. Because at no point does Steve Harvey say anything he said was false.
Well, what did he say about Steve Harvey?
That he was a fake motherfucker, and they were clicked up. Him, Cedric, and a couple other the smiley guy. Response to Cat.
I mean, if his goal was to get back into the media, he is being talked about by every person in America. Non-comedy fans, definitely comedy people. Like, I mean,
Goal accomplished.
even if you hate his guts after this, like, how are you not going to watch his next special? You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. For sure. By the way, for some reason, Steve Harvey, multimillionaire Steve Harvey, has a $2 microphone or a $2 camera. By the way, so this is what you get here.
Potato phone.
Yeah, basically.
Got that iPhone 4S. Look at him.
So, this new year is just to remind people
Can y'all hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
to sure in 2024 that you live your life with a life filled of expectations. Start your vision board. Start reading your Bible. Start reading your.
Oh, come on. Let's get to the good shit here.
Start focus.
Because he basically compares himself to Jesus at one point. It's pretty good.
He says
He compares himself to Jesus. He's like, just like Jesus, we're all going through tribulations. and all
survey
this
says.
shit. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck is taking so long on this thing. Give me a second.
You got the same iPhone that Steve Harvey's got.
Apparently.
That camera.
Apparently. Yeah, this is some horse shit. All right, well, that is the gist of it. We don't want to watch the whole sermon, but yeah, it's fucking.
So are you gonna stop watching
if-
Family Feud because of this?
Oh, dude, I mean, when was the last time you watched Family Feud? It's just like, we're going to trick somebody into saying tits or balls. Steve Harvey's going to make a face. The crowd goes wild, and then that's our fucking Instagram clip. Yeah, that's all it is.
The best
And he
Family
cashes
Feud.
a check for $500,000.
The only Family Feud I want to watch is with the original dude, the one who kissed every single lady on the lips, unless they were
Richard
unattractive.
Dawson.
Have you ever seen that?
Was that the dude that was saying he was part of the KGB or some shit, CIA or some
He
shit?
may have been.
Well,
He's the guy they
Well,
based.
what?
I'd buy that.
He
for
would be
$1.
liquored up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon filming these shows and just putting his tongue down every attractive woman.
Well, there's
He'd like tongue kiss the mom and then two people
But
later
there's a
tongue
YouTube
kiss
video.
the fucking daughter.
rules.
There's a YouTube video where he's kissing every single lady, and then he comes across an unattractive one, and he gives her a kiss on the cheeks.
What's his name again?
Just put original
Richard Dawson.
Yeah, Richard Dawson. There you go.
Richard Dawson doesn't kiss ugly girl.
I was just listening to somebody on a podcast, Jim Jeffries, who's one of my favorite comedians of all time.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to be a game show host. Like, that's what I want. That's the next phase for me. I found that interesting.
The Australian.
Yeah.
No shit. It's going to have to be
Like
a filthy fucking show, huh?
Whatever that show, it's got to be better than Family Feud. Like, I've watched the shit out of that. Let
Well, I
Jim
mean-
Jeffries say whatever he wants.
Yeah, well, I mean, but will they let him? I mean, they're going to go. They went from Louis Anderson to fucking Steve Harvey. It seems like they're going down. All right, let's see here. So, this motherfucker, it's just choppy as shit when I go to share something. This dude
Maybe
rules,
let
though.
it load a little.
It's just him kissing
All right, I'll let it
ladies
load
for
a
a minute and a
second.
half.
Yeah, it is. That's what it is.
I mean, for what it's worth, he's kissing the black ladies. That was probably pretty progressive for his age group in that time.
I wonder how much herpes.
The guy was born like in the 20s.
That's what I was about to say. He's got to be spreading something. For sure, right?
Definitely. Mouth AIDS.
Dude, I don't know what's going on, why it won't fucking go, but yeah, he's literally hitting everybody. We'll just do the supercut right here. Just going through it. But yeah, that's fucking. That dude rules, though. Huh? If you had that opportunity, how many go backstage? You wonder after the show. That'd be fire.
Tons of them, I'm sure. I've seen
That
one
would be
of
fire.
Bob
Yeah.
Barker picking up women on The Price is Right back in the day.
So, have you heard the rumor about what's his name, Drew Carey?
Mm-mm.
Like some contractor came out talking about whenever they built his house, they built some like weird ass sex dungeon in his house. That rules.
Yeah, all those like rich and powerful people are on a different plane than you and I. Like,
No,
They're
they just
all
no.
into
They're on
weird
the
shit.
same. We're all on the same plane. They can just have money. They have money to like fulfill their fantasies.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I have
If I
a
had the
beautiful
money,
sex
if it's a-
dungeon in my mind. I don't have the
Yeah.
resources financially to.
It's also they
Or the
get
basement.
bored,
I don't have
you
a fucking
know?
basement.
They get bored. They get so much fucking ass. They're just like, all right, now I need a fucking dungeon to get ass. You know, like your brain becomes.
Yeah, who's that? That good-looking dude, Army Hammer, right? Like
Oh,
that
you
guy's
want
dude
to
was
eat the
getting
people?
every
Yeah.
woman he's ever wanted, and then he's just like, I'm really good-looking, I'm successful, I'm famous, I'm rich, and now I have to take bites of flesh out of women to get satisfied. You're like, fuck. Maybe it's not the worst thing in the world being a fat guy who just turned 40. You know what I mean? Like,
he's
keep it.
We had a cop in
you
my
know what?
neighborhood who got caught up in the same thing.
What?
Yeah, he was sharing. He was from the local precinct over here. He was like sharing messages about like kidnapping women, raping and eating them, holding them in a dungeon.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He's a good egg, right? You know, fucking. He just broke the cardinal rule. He told somebody. You know, fucking.
Well, I think that's what it is. I think
God damn.
I think like really sick people have like like always serial killers always like to leave little notes and shit. You know, like they have a sick
Yeah.
urge to share their fucking sickness.
Yeah,
What's
I
that
mean,
Edgar Allan Poe story? The guy got away with the perfect crime, killed his wife, buried her in the basement, and like as the cops leaving, he's like, "Oh man, if you checked over there," like he almost wanted to get caught because he was like proud of his accomplishment.
Exactly.
how do you do it perfect? Wait, I don't read. Look at me.
I don't know. It was a long time ago. I've drank so many beers.
Nice.
since I read
Okay. I always heard the
those-
perfect
those
crime
stories.
was to stab somebody with an icicle. No fingerprints. It just melts. You're good to go.
Yo, Burley, true story.
There you
I
go.
wrote that as a kid and I got in trouble for writing it. My teacher took me to the counselor. She's like, "Well, why'd you write that?" I was like, "You were talking about like make an invention." I was like, "Here's the perfect murder weapon."
Here's the perfect kill. Yeah, here we go.
You're
That
on a
fucking-
list at Queens Middle School. Everybody.
They didn't care back then. That was before school shootings were a common thing.
Before they were cool.
Yeah. How old are you
yeah.
guys?
I'm 38.
42.
38. Josh, how old are you?
42.
I just turned 40 last month. Yeah, so we're about the same age.
Awesome.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm the same age as the Columbine shooters. Like, I remember being in high school, kind of seeing the first high school shooting. You know what I mean? Like,
That's why I never went to school.
it
But
was strange.
Yeah. I went to a private school, dude, and we didn't have anything cool like that. We all just moved drugs around. There was no dogs or anything. It ruled. It fucking ruled. you know?
Yeah. The private school down the street from I went to the regional high school, and the private school just had better drugs. They still very much had a drug problem.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
just
dude.
nicer drugs.
My mom worked there, so I got to go there for free. So it was poor Burley and all these rich kids, and they needed drugs.
Yeah.
I supplied. It fucking ruled.
LSD?
So- No, it was mostly just powder and weed and pills. Yeah, but pills weren't really hot back then. It was just powder and weed. So,
When I was a kid, everyone sold acid. It was the best times, man.
dude, I still have never tried it, dude.
Really?
I've never
I
done it either. Yeah.
I don't know where to
I'm
get
afraid.
it. I would try it right now on this show. I don't know where to get
I don't know.
it. That's the problem.
I think you. I don't know if it's a
I
good
think
idea.
you know a guy.
I discovered in 2023 the beauty of mushrooms,
Yo, good grade.
and it's my fucking favorite thing in the world, dude. I if I could take mushrooms every day, I would quit drinking forever.
I've done that before.
Fucking rules.
I did it for 6
I
weeks
fucking
once
love it.
every day.
Wow.
People do that now, like that whole
No, I
microdosing
wasn't
horseshit.
microdosing. I was eating
Would you
large amounts.
consider?
You take
You were
it the
very
right
much
way.
macro dosing.
Ask Kevin Sanchez. I used to walk around with a giant satchel full of it.
No shit.
I was going through a very
Okay.
difficult time. That was my only way to medicate myself at the time.
We all have excuses. It's cool. Fuck it. No, so I got these lights in my computer, right? And I'm trying to watch a movie, and I think it was Oppenheimer. And I'm trying to watch it. I'm fucking gone on another level. I keep going, and then losing like 10 minutes of the movie because I'm just staring at these goddamn lights. It's fucking ridiculous, bro.
I watched Oppenheimer on mushrooms.
What'd you think?
I broke up with my girl.
Did you
I broke up with my girlfriend 3 times during the movie.
Wow.
I've said it on the show before, but I remember going like, I almost lost my patriotism. I was like, America's fucked up for building that, dude. You know, just like,
Honestly,
yeah, it was.
I kept saying this because I had like a little thing where I was doing over the summer. If I had like a weekend where I didn't have to have a client or something, or I didn't have a big show,
Yeah.
I would take a little bit of mushrooms, like little chocolate mushrooms, and I'd see a movie with my wife. And every time I would do that, I would tell her this was the greatest movie I've ever seen in my entire life. We saw the last Indiana Jones in the beginning of the summer, and I was tripping. And in the beginning, I was so upset because I was like, "This looks like a fucking video game. This is bullshit. Like, I can't take this. This looks so fucking fake." And by the end of the movie, I was like, "This is the greatest movie that's ever happened." But then I watched
You're crying,
Oppenheimer.
getting emotional and shit.
Yeah, no, I was like, I really like fucking loved. I can't recommend high enough. Literally and figuratively, taking magic mushrooms and watching a movie in the movie theater, that's that good. Oppenheimer was amazing on mushrooms.
Is it like with
Oppenheimer.
the sound and just everything?
It's just-
large screen, like just hitting all your senses at once.
It's just
right?
like, you know, everything's like super high definition and you're feeling the emotions and like the depth and the heaviness of what this all symbolizes. Like, this is like probably one of the most important stories of humanity. You know, like the way that we created the ability to kill ourselves. You know, so,
There was a lot of those like weird like cut scenes with like explosions and shit too that really they were colorful. I liked the shit.
For sure.
Yeah.
I found it strange that by far and away the two biggest movies in the country at the same time were Oppenheimer and Barbie.
yeah.
It was
I think
like
you
if you were
went- I think
going
you
to the
saw-
movie theaters
yeah.
for a month in
think-
2023, you're
I
seeing
think,
one of those two movies.
I think JP went and saw one
Yeah.
opening weekend, right? Barbie?
Yeah, I saw Barbie with my son, and I wasn't on mushrooms, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
But if I saw it again without my son on mushrooms, it might be a little better. I thought it was fucking awful, man.
Dude, I've been such a fan of Margaret Robbie. I love her. I think she's going to be the next huge, like, you know.
I want to
movie.
smash
I mean,
so
she's
bad.
incredible. She's so good at what she does. Like,
You even
And I
spank it
saw
with
her
the
in
right when you
something.
think about her.
I mean, yeah, I don't even have to touch it does it on it. And then I watched Wolf of Wall Street, and I was like, oh man, I forgot her name at the time, but I was like, oh, I know, like, she's incredible. She's a really good actress. And then they have the scene where she comes out naked, and I think I was in the theater because I love Martin Scorsese, and I went, ah! Like, I fucking made an audible noise.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah, I was like 29. Like I was a grown adult. And I was like, ah, boobs.
Dude, she has I think that might be the last movie she was in where she was naked, right? Like, she fucking did that role and that was it.
No, you didn't stay
Like,
for
she's
the
like, okay,
bonus
I don't-
scene of Barbie?
Oh, god damn it. Well, I just thought it was all smooth, you know? Just like-
Yeah, you have to use your
What happened to
imagination.
your nipples?
you gotta take a little small drill and drill a little hole and then we're good to go.
Oh, man.
I love it.
But yeah, dude, fucking, she's a smoke show. Goddamn. I was thinking of this other chick the other day who was fucking. Remember Eliza Dushku?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dude, she was fucking stupid hot in the day. What happened to that bitch? Her and Jessica Alba.
Eliza Dushku.
I don't even know.
Is that the one from American Pie? No.
I'm pulling her up.
Date Marilyn Manson for a while.
No, I hope not. Jesus, she's tainted goods at this point. Then.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking this bitch.
Can you make it bigger?
She's been. I mean, let me rub it a little bit.
Can you make it more naked? What are you doing?
Oh, we can look that up. I mean, fuck it. Nude. All right. Hey, this definitely isn't real, but there you go.
I mean, dude, I'm trying to sell a pair of fucking chairs on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm like, you are such a bot. I can't stand the fake bullshit.
Still smash though. I mean, she's probably old as shit now.
She was
Probably
like
older than-
in American Pie and shit, I think, right?
What was she?
Did she play the
in?
Russian chick?
No, that
I
was
think-
Shannon Elizabeth.
I think she. Okay, this is her movies right here. True Lies. She was the little girl in True Lies. That's
Yeah.
not when. That's not when I fell in love with her.
Thankfully, I'm glad you said
That's-
that publicly.
Yeah, I'm more of like a Natalie Portman in The Professional kind of guy. Come on, that was a funny joke. Fuck, I'm
That
giving
was- I
myself.
smiled,
I'm giving
I laughed, I
I'm giving
chuckled.
myself that one.
Sorry, I was reading a text.
Let's see. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Fucking Bring It On. Wrong Turn. Bunch of shit I didn't see.
I feel like she did some shit with Ashton Kutcher.
I think you're thinking of Jessica Alba, dog.
Honestly, I don't care who any of these broads are.
I just want to be
Yeah.
in them. The bitch from Buffy was hot, right?
The Vampire Slayer?
Yeah, what's her name? Sarah Michelle Gellar. She was fucking fine.
I don't know
Okay.
if it's a product of me being older now, but now, like, I like Margaret Robbie. Like, I think she's funny. She's she's talented. Like, I'm more. Obviously, she's smoking hot, right? Like,
That's what we're focused on here, dude. We're
but
focused
that's
on
what
the
I'm saying.
fucking.
Like, there's a couple of comics like I've seen around, and like, oh my god, you're a fucking wet blanket. Like, you have the personality of a fucking moth. Like, I don't. Ugh.
What, female comics?
Just like very hot people that are not very. They're just dull. They're just like you know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to get some recommendations from y'all for some female comics to come on the show. I've only had 2.
Oh, I got a good one for
I
you.
know a couple. Yeah.
I've only had like 3 black guys on the show. I probably should do that as well. So fucking.
You should have my
I really do look like.
have my homegirl Leonardo Joni on the show.
Send me her shit after this.
I will.
If
I mean,
you have
I don't
anybody,
need to brag, but I got a couple of black female comics that are hilarious that you could bring on.
let's not go too far. I'm just kidding. yeah. Yeah, hook me up. Send me their fucking profiles. I need to. I'm starting to look more and more like a fucking chauvinist racist. So
Whatever they say, I say still keep the beard though, Burley.
oh, for sure.
Don't let them change you.
Oh well, I mean, unless they're hot enough, and then I'll pretty much I'll suck their dad's dick to find out the recipe.
Yeah,
Fucking. All right, I got a new segment called Ask a Jew. Just thought of it. Fucking Ask a Jew. Do do do. And then the song plays, just like that guy that was kissing bitches. What's going on with those tunnels, dude?
Jew, 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 Jew.
Jew, 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 Jew. Yeah.
So there's a very small minority of the Lubavitch sect. The Lubavitch, I don't know if you have them in Texas, but they're the ones that have like little Jewish kids standing on the corner, and they ask you if you're Jewish, and then if you are, they tell you to put tefillin on with them. Tefillin is like a daily ritual that Jewish males are supposed to do. So
Okay.
they are a very big community, probably close to like 1 million plus, but there's a very
Okay.
small group of them who are a little bit radicalized, so to say, and they believe that the last rabbi who was in charge, who some believe is the Messiah in that community, that he instructed them to make there's a basically it's called the Ohel. It's on 770. It's in Queens. It's this giant like prayer space where you can go and pray and do like rabbinical research, and then there's also the tomb of that rabbi there where you can like write something and like leave it on his grave and pray to God for like redemption. And anyway,
How big is Queens? How big is Queens, dude?
Queens is massive, but
Okay,
People-
so it's not like right around the corner from you or something.
nah, it would take me about 25 minutes to get there from here.
Okay,
It's not that
all right.
far, but they call Queens the land of the dead, because if you look at Queens from a map, it looks like it's all parks, but it's all graveyard. It's just full of
Oh shit.
full of fucking
Okay.
graveyard. So anyway,
Nice.
this very small minority, probably in the hundreds at max, they believe that rabbi, the Rebbe, had instructed them to make that prayer space and that area, that temple, bigger. And the other people were like, well, we have to do it through normal ways, like getting building permits. And these guys went and they built a tunnel connecting an abandoned old part of the temple outside of it to underneath the main temple to try to force them to have to make the temple bigger as they thought they were instructed, or as they think that they're instructed. And then the temple hired a construction company to come fill it with cement. And before that could happen, those guys broke through into the temple and they started like a little riot. And now people are using it to say that, Jews are Hamas and we built the tunnels for Hamas.
Oh no! Oh, no.
It's all our fault.
I didn't hear that.
Any publicity, bad publicity, it always goes great for us. And hopefully they don't try to send us into the ovens. Because if they do, we're going to bite this time, I promise.
I didn't hear about the Hamas part, but it was wild seeing a fucking Hasidic guy just popping out of a storm grate.
Yeah.
Popping. I was like, oh shit, fucking what's happening
wild.
over there?
Well, every time like something like this happens, I'm like, fuck, man. Like people don't have enough fucking prejudice against us already. You got to pull off a fucking Ninja Turtle style fucking Inquisition.
Have they shown like inside of the tunnels yet?
Yeah,
I've only seen the whole like.
It's literally, I think like 7 feet, like from one side to the next. It's not like a huge.
Oh.
It's not a terror tunnel, okay, Burley?
Okay, they made it sound like. Well, no, they made it sound like we were in Vietnam when they were all in the tunnels with Charlie.
Listen.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's not like an elaborate thing that like connects.
Yeah, I was imagining an ant pile.
It's just a little Jew tunnel, okay?
Just a little Jew tunnel. They got tired. They're like, we're not moving this anymore. We're done. This is fun.
It's hot.
7 feet's fun.
Okay.
Listen, the world is getting radical, man. Like people are becoming radicalized. And I think radicalization in any manifestation, any religion is like ridiculous. Like people need to fucking just chill the fuck out.
I think radicalization in anything outside of sports is silly. Political.
Well, that's coming from a Philly guy.
Right.
Y'all
Goddamn
love
right.
sports
I
more
am
than anybody.
fucking heartbroken right now. I want to. Are you born and bred in New York, Josh?
Yeah, I'm from Queens.
The New York Giants are an objectively bad football team.
Correct.
And they mopped the fucking floor with us last week.
Yeah.
5 weeks ago, we were the hands-on favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know. That's just
I
fucking
fucking hate. But at the end of the day, I'm football mad. Like I know people that won't talk to somebody because they voted for Trump or whatever. They're non-binary, whatever. Like you can think it's silly, and I think a lot of it is silly.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna not talk to somebody for that. Like I'm not gonna not talk to a Giants fan. I'm gonna fucking bust balls and be piss and vinegar. But it's football, man. It's not like the Jews are controlling everything, man. You know what I mean? Like it's a very strange. Like I think your fanaticism should start and end with sports.
Well, the only time I really cared about football is when I was a bookie for a few months.
Oh no, football will ruin my fucking Monday. It makes me mad, bro.
Well, professional football is not a thing in your state. It's all fucking high school and college, right?
The Texans are fucking doing well this year, sir.
I mean, the Texans are kicking butt.
What about the Cowboys?
Dallas can lick my dick hole, dude. Fuck them.
Makes two of us, baby. Fuck that fucking team.
But yeah, I mean, here's my question: is why are they going into the synagogue doing all that shit, but they let all those assholes block the bridge the other day? Did you see that? All these fucking Palestine people were blocking the bridge with all these signs and shit.
They're outnumbered. That's why.
It's crazy.
They know.
Dude.
Listen, they know they can handle a fucking 200-300 Hasidic Jews.
They were dancing. They were dancing.
Like come on, man. Come on, man.
I did think that was funny when they were all in there just kind of dancing at the end of it. They're getting handcuffed and dancing.
The truth is, at the end of the day, these guys just want to worship God. They think they're doing it in the right way. They're not looking to cause mischief. These guys on the fucking bridges stopping people from going to work for some fucking bullshit. Like, go to the fucking government. Go protest in front of City Hall. Why are you blocking regular fucking idiots trying to get to work or trying to pick up their kids? It's fucking retarded.
100%. It kind of works into this. I mean, if you want to talk about violence, I saw this video today, and it really, goddamn, I can't share this. Of all the fucking things I can't share, never mind. You don't get to see it, I guess.
What is it? The guy who gets out of his car and pushes him out of the way?
No. It's they're claiming that. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Follow link.
Dude, I've trained my algorithm. It's all sports things, MMA things, comics, and like cute animals.
Oh, dude, mine is all just
fucking
whores and
like
fights.
street
It's
fights
crazy.
in Austin. Like I was like, I'm training it to not show. I don't need that fucking shit.
Mine is all street fights and huskies.
Yeah.
All right, watch this. So apparently this dude molested this guy's niece, and this guy decided, yeah, no, you're not. So, can y'all see that?
That's how I
I've
would
seen
respond if somebody molested my niece.
Wait for it. Like this one dude, he's like, hold on, one more minute. You see him hold finger up, one more minute.
Wait.
But then it gets so much worse. It gets so much worse.
That guy's dead, right?
He's brain dead, if nothing else.
Yeah, he's definitely out. But his boy's like, get the fuck away. Security's like, okay, I'm not messing with you. And this guy's like, I'm just going to go ahead and break both his fucking arms, dude.
Wow, he did it while he's asleep.
I
At
can't watch
least.
that.
Dog, snap backwards. No, I'm not going to do the other one. Everybody's just standing there watching, bro. Everybody's just standing there watching. That's nuts.
I can't watch that kind of shit, dude.
Dog. That's fucking wild. Fucking crazy to me, bro.
I mean,
I would react the same way, though.
Outside of pedophiles, I think we're all, I don't give a fuck who you are or where you come from. I think we're all unanimously on the same page. If you did that to one of my young,
I'm gonna do the same thing.
that's how I'm responding.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to detach from God for a moment, and I'm going to,
He'll understand.
Yeah.
I'll make up for it.
100%. Yeah. This wasn't out of greed. This wasn't out of spite or petty or fucking, you know what I mean?
Justice.
This is, no.
Burley, did you see the one where the guy lets his dogs off? He lets his, I think they're Rottweilers on this guy who, came to, molest his, 14-year-old daughter?
No.
Google guy turns dogs on child molester. It's a great.
That's fun.
And he's British.
Although I have to admit,
and he's like, get him,
let me ask
girls,
you guys
get
a
him.
thing, 'cause- right, Dow. Tip. So, these little young punks that are, going to Home Depot and putting, buckets on people's heads and then running away and changing their shirt real quick. You know that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm an old fuck at this point, and this is how I feel, but it really bothers me. You're fucking with people that didn't ask to be fucked with. Do you know what I mean? Really bothers me. And then the ones that I really like is when, a guy pulls out a gun and shoots him in the belly. You know what I mean?
I'm okay with
how
this.
many of those kids need to get shot before they start? Maybe this is not a good idea.
Yeah, no, I remember that one where that kid, they were fucking with him, and he pulled. It was 6 months ago, and he pulled out the gun on him, and he fucking blasted him.
Yeah,
at the mall.
The guy was repeatedly, he's like, "Yo, man, I don't want to be part of your thing. Just leave me alone.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fuck with you for YouTube clicks." And then, he got shot in the belly, and I don't feel bad.
Is this it right here?
Yep.
It's
Get him, mate.
Yeah, you called it on the accent.
Get him, Rose. Fucking tell him, boy.
Yo, he turned cockney. He's getting aggressive now. He's all right, bro.
The one time you want your dogs to be aggressive, and the dog's like, I don't know. Fucking wild, dude. But I'm okay. Have y'all ever watched those pedophile hunters on YouTube?
I love it. I really wanted to do it, and then I didn't. And my girlfriend's like, "What are you, Batman? What the fuck are you talking about? Shut up." And then, a month and a half later, Big J Okerson started doing them, and I was like, "Fuck, man, I gotta." Me and Big J Okerson went to the same high school.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot he's a Philly guy. Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fucking.
I'm not, but some of my buds are buds with him. But
no shit.
We went to the same high school, and now he's. I mean, honestly, if you thought you were going to meet an 11-year-old boy and then Big J Okerson comes, that's probably the last phase. He's a big fucking dude. He just comes out from the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was a lot taller than I thought he'd be whenever I met him. I was like, oh shit. Fucking, but there's these guys, I think they're in Detroit, dude. And I think they got kicked off of YouTube because they would take these guys and slap them around a bit. On video and be apologize and say all this shit, admit to what you were doing and all this shit. It's fucking wild. They got taken off YouTube for violence or some such shit.
Yeah.
YouTube is whack, man. I remember old school YouTube, man.
Yeah, back when you could still see some the shit that desensitized me. Yeah.
before there was a way to rapidly share it and make things go viral, like I show because my niece is she's turning 10 in a couple of weeks, so she's at the point where like she's showing me viral videos, like for a 10-year-old, not
Yeah.
like. And I showed her Charlie Bit My Finger, which was like the first viral
The
video
OG,
I remember.
yeah.
Remember that? And she's like, "Oh, this is really funny. Do you know this kid?" I'm like, "No, but this is."
Oh, like because
Well, before
everybody's
that,
a
like,
character
you could
now.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but before
That's-
that,
Play
you couldn't-
Chocolate Rain.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's an OG. Hell yeah. I mean, I maybe even before YouTube, I remember like getting my first email address and somebody sending me an attachment, and it's like hot chicks or whatever. And you click on it, it's somebody getting beheaded. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm 12. I'm seeing people
Do
get
you
their
guys
heads cut off at
remember-
12. You know?
Really
Before
fucked
the
up your
internet.
fucking perversion.
Yeah.
There was videos called VHS tapes called Faces of Death. You remember these
Oh,
things?
yeah.
I remember being like way too young to be seeing like 10, 11, 12. And like, we get like a bootleg copy and like fucking wild shit. Like, but
I
that
don't
was-
know. I don't know where they sold them, where y'all were at, but it was our gas stations had them, and they were always next to like the bootleg UFC DVDs or
Yeah,
VHSs
dude,
or
our
whatever.
dad would sell us 13-year-old kids cigarettes.
You guys
Yeah.
grew up with a very
rolling papers.
you guys grew up with a very clean environment because we were watching
Oh, nice.
Faces of Death when we were like 9. Let me tell you, when we were like 12 or 13, we used to go and smoke weed at one of my friend's house, this kid Henley.
Mhm.
Nobody was ever home, and we would go there like 5, 6 of us. And one of the kids had gone to this kid Donnie said he had gone to a horror convention and he picked up a real life torture film.
The fuck?
And to this
Like a
day,
snuff film.
like we watched it like in horror for like half an
God
hour.
damn.
And the thing was, everybody who was getting tortured in the film, they were Asian, and we had a South Korean friend, and he was watching with us, and we were all
Right.
stoned off of our asses, and we were eating Chinese food. His name is Young, and Young was like, "I can't eat this shit anymore," and I was like, "I'll eat it," and I fucking ate
Yeah.
the rest of the Chinese food. Watching this horror,
Dude.
My fucking beef lo mein now.
bro, like in hindsight, I think it was real because like I don't think anyone has a budget to pull off what they were doing in this fucking film. Like we saw
Yeah.
horrific fucking, and then of course, flash forward a few years, and every fucking, like you said, video on the internet is beheading this
Yeah.
and sawing off a head of that. It's like, yo, our brains are. I was like, yo, we're all gonna be fucked up. We all got PTSD from that shit.
Oh, I mean,
We're
we're
all
the,
fucked up.
we're the first generation that like HD showed up, and somehow these guys in dresses in the desert with samurai swords cutting off heads had HD cameras.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, dude? Just like
Yeah.
shooting that shit in 4K, you know?
Well, dude, I mean,
Man.
you saw when ISIS was active a few years ago before Trump fucking did his job. They were releasing fucking like high scripted, like super HD, like well fucking
With-
edited fucking
with-
stuff, man.
With the score and shit, you know, it's just some guy moaning in the background, but yeah, they fucking, you know, hey, all in the background, a lot of that shit.
You guys,
Fucking, yeah, they,
There's some fucking terrorist on Final Cut Pro and his
Yeah,
MacBook and
dude.
shit. While they,
they should have an award show for that, for like the best of the best
oh.
jihadi propaganda videos.
I was about to say, the jihadis, that's what they fucking
They-
call it.
I have
I
an
mean,
idea
there's a
who's going to
porn
win this
award
year.
show,
His
like-
name will be Muhammad.
Yeah. Don't show his picture. Don't show his picture. Fucking,
and best beheading video goes to
yeah.
Muhammad.
Which one?
Fucking, yeah, yes.
Run,
4
run,
guys
run.
stand up. Holy shit. That does need to, somebody needs to make that skit or something, dude. That fucking Instagram video or something. Fuck, I don't even know where to go from there. I mean, I guess we can go straight into this, right? This is a pretty good one. Speaking of chopping shit off, I'll let y'all read this one. I'm getting pretty good at this whole sober podcasting thing. Last week was a real chore.
When we talked, Burley, you're like, hey, we have a couple beers, we chill out. I'm
Yeah,
like, all right, I got
yeah.
a fucking pregame.
Oh, this is
I'm
new
like,
to
we
me,
got
dude.
to have dinner. Here we are. You know,
It's all right.
This is new to
doing
me.
all right.
We're drunk for you, Burley.
No, I will be back in a month. I promise you. It's just dried
I
January.
I did a 21-day sober thing. No processed sugar, no marijuana, no alcohol for 21 days. And I felt good. Like,
really?
I want to, it felt fine. Like,
He did a lot
I
of
felt
cocaine,
great
though.
day 5. No. I felt good in like day 5. I was like, I'm on top of the world. And then day 9, I was like, this is fucking stupid.
Oh, well,
and then I kind of like evened out, and I was like, all right, now
quitting the caffeine.
This, but
the quitting the caffeine's been the shittiest part. But I started doing the math. I was drinking like 3 to 4 energy drinks a day, and they're
and those energy drinks are bad. Yeah,
it's not even that. It's just mathematically like $3 or $4 a pop. I'm spending $80 a week on fucking something that just turns into piss. I'm not even getting drunk off of it. Fucking. Dude, this is why I told you I love Coke. I like to be fucking jittery. But let me
I've
share.
never done cocaine. I'm terrified. My brain moves at such a rapid pace. I'm a psychopath up here, and I'm like, I need this to slow down. I can't. God forbid this speeds up.
Oh, dude, you'll be a god if you do it.
Don't tell him that.
Rules.
No, don't do it. No,
I love it. I love it.
Terrible. If you
actually
find any, though, if you find any, please send it to me and I'll get rid of it for you.
Yeah. I'll give you a PO. There's a good PO box I send you.
I did a weekend with somebody I was middling for him, and he's been a comic for like 45 years, and he's an older guy, and he said cocaine will make you funnier. You've never done cocaine? I was like, no, I never done it. He goes, you're funny. It'll make you funnier. And I was like, what are you trying to solicit me? We're connected in New York right now, pal. Like, you got to fucking connect? What are you talking about?
He said cocaine will make
Also,
you
you
funnier.
haven't touched cocaine since 1994. So what the fuck are we even... What's that?
I mean, I feel like I'm funnier on Coke. Yeah. But I'm probably not. Let's be honest here. I just talk a lot, and my jaw just goes the whole time. It's like... There's no hiding
How
it
long
for me.
have you been doing stand-up?
Me?
Yeah.
0. None.
You've never done stand-up? You don't.
Dude, I'm working my balls up to try to fucking do my first open mic. I just haven't done it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just like talking to comics. They seem to get me a little bit better. I'm kind of fucked up.
Yeah, because you're fucked up in the head.
Yeah.
We understand you.
Yeah.
You're part of the tribe.
I wanted to definitely talk about this right here. I'll let you read. JR, read the headline right here.
Free Willy, the women who chopped off their man's penis, from one who cooked it with noodles to another who sliced tackle twice.
Sliced his dick twice, right? So, okay, so this bitch, Brazilian Dwayne Machado, maybe, became the latest woman. And hell yeah, dude. Friend of yours? Fucking cut off her husband's dick and cooked it in soybean oil.
See, my girlfriend's health conscious. She would cook it in avocado oil.
Oh, well, I mean, she's not bad. Let's be honest. What did he do? It's his fault.
Pretty gal.
I'm victim blaming. Arrested and blah, 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 blah. Murdering husband and cutting off his manhood. Oh, she killed him first. That's not the same. Okay. What was she? Was she going to eat him a little bit by little bit? Or she just missed the dick that much?
She was mad. She was big mad.
No doubt.
I mean, you know what? Thankfully, she killed him first. That's like the worst thing you could do to a guy is chop his dick off while he's alive.
No, dude, I would kill her. And I'd fucking flaunt her around the neighborhood. Like, I did this because she did this.
Yeah, but everyone would be like, hey, but you ain't got no dick.
Yeah. Good. My voice will be a little higher.
You don't have to have a giant dick, but at least you have a dick, right? Like,
I don't know. Like, there's a movie with Charles Bronson. I forgot what it's called, where he's like a hitman for the mafia, and they end up cutting this guy fucks, and I think it's based on a true story. He ends up fucking one of like the mob boss's girlfriends. So he sends the mobsters after him, and they cut his dick off, and he begs Charles Bronson to kill him. Like, I mean, would you want to live after your dick's been fucking cut off?
That's a rough one.
No, right? Like, you're a fucking...
Did you ever see that episode of The Sopranos where they've been contracted to take over the hotel? son-in-law is being a dirtbag. He wants a divorce, but he wants a get, and
with the Jews.
They corner him.
Back to the Jews, and they were building tunnels.
Yeah.
They were building tunnels under the synagogue.
One of my favorite lines in the entire series. Sopranos is the best show ever. But one of my favorite lines, and he's talking about, 300 Israelites stood against the Roman Emperor, blah blah blah, and he's like, "Where's the Roman Empire now?" And it's just this fucking shot looking up at Tony Soprano with like Sil and Paulie behind him. He goes, "You're looking at him, asshole." And I was
shit.
like, "Yo, that's gangster shit."
Take that, Jews.
But he calls Hesh. He calls like his confidant, like one of his boys. He's like, this fucking
No, I
guy's
remember
not
the
gonna crack.
episode.
He's tough as nails.
Hash is the one who sent him after because the guy wouldn't get the divorce.
Yeah, and he said, "What does one man not want to live without?" And you just see Tony on the stair go, "Oh, all right." And then that motherfucker gives up the get and like, yeah. So to prove your point, yeah, I think 0% of
Do you know that
men,
in Orthodox Judaism, if you get a get, the rabbi has to spit on you
yeah,
because that's how sacred getting married is in Judaism. You're never supposed to break that bond.
bro, I was raised Catholic. I get it. Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty
So,
no.
so your priest has to spit on you.
Yeah.
I mean, they want to do a different thing, but
Yeah,
I'm divorced. I don't give a fuck. I don't.
You're too old now.
I lied. I'm godfather to 2 children. My best friend since I'm 6 years old, his daughter, and then my cousin Michael's son. I'm godfather to both of them. I lied to the Catholic Church because I was never confirmed. Because
What?
I failed CCD.
What?
And I am not. And I was not married in a church. I was not recognized by the Catholic Church
Holy shit.
for my marriage.
That's good, man.
So I'm like fucking rogue over here.
I have some pamphlets about Judaism I'd like to share with you.
Yeah, I feel like you guys are a little. You're less.
What, you don't like digging tunnels?
Judgy.
What? Say it.
Yeah, yo, you people, you people. Wait, okay. Let's say me and Jr. over here wanted to convert to Judaism.
Yeah.
Is it true they got to do a little slice as like an example? They're not really gonna cut our dicks, but a little paper
Are you
cut,
not
basically.
circumcised?
Oh no, I wish I wasn't, but yeah.
I'm circumcised. You're circumcised, right?
No, I know, but I heard this is back to ask a Jew.
Are you circumcised, Burley, is the question.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so
I am.
They're not. They can't
From
cut off
what
their
I
helmet.
understand. No, from what I understand, they do like a little symbolic,
Yeah,
little
if
slight
you're
cut,
already
just to, like,
if you're,
it's symbolic.
if you're already circumcised and you convert to Judaism, then they do a symbolic cut. Yeah.
On your dick.
On your
It's the only
dick,
thing holding me back, dude.
on your hood.
It's the only thing holding.
I was obviously because I'm Jewish and the kid of Israeli parents, so like very Jewish. Jews are circumcised, I think, on the 7th day of when they're born, and I was circumcised. And my mother, when I was a little kid, in her bedroom, she had this giant picture, like blown up, taken of right
Of your
after,
schmeckle.
right after they cut the calamari tip off my pee-pee. By the way, that's where calamari O's come from, if you didn't know that.
Oh.
It's from circumcised Jewish
Oh,
food.
you
Oh
know,
shit!
well,
But-
I feel bad for
But she
feeding those to
had
my
this
kids.
giant fucking
But-
picture.
It's got the right texture. I mean, I get it.
You tasted the difference? So she had this giant fucking
God.
picture hanging on her fucking wall since I'm a little kid, and I hated it. Because if you're looking at me, I have like this grimace of like screaming in pain, and like you know how you can look at
Yeah.
you look
Somebody
at
cut
a
your
picture
dick.
of yourself from like 20 years ago, and you can instantly know exactly how you're feeling. You know that? You look at an old picture, you're like, oh, I'm pissed here. I'm happy here. I looked at that picture, I was like, I'm in pure horrific terror. So then,
Yeah.
yeah, you had a part of your body removed.
the best part of the story is when I first started dating my wife, she came over to my mother's house with me for a Sabbath dinner. And we're having a dinner, and my mom, for some reason, they bring up circumcision, because my wife is converting. So they bring up circumcision, and my mom's like, yeah, there was like a whole big to-do with Josh's circumcision because the moil's the guy who cuts your schmickel. The moil was cross-eyed.
No,
Bro,
no.
the moil had an eye like that.
He was looking at you in the snack machine. Fucking
Bro, it gets even worse.
He nicked your left nut. You're like, yeah.
It gets,
what are you doing?
bro, it gets worse. She says, my mother says that, and my fucking wife to be goes, "Oh, that explains it."
Oh no!
I was like, "What does it explain?
Oh no!
What's wrong? Do I have a
That's
Franken
funny.
penis? What's mutilated about my penis?"
You got like a Superman S on
Well,
it. Fucking.
I do. I do. I don't think it's from the circumcision, but I do have a. I forgot what it's called. It's called
A lilt.
a cobbed, like ball into my penis. So like.
Look at this.
It's a web.
Looking this up.
I have a webbed balls. So like my balls connect to like the tip of my dick. I'm spider dick.
What?
Tip of your dick?
What's the term? Cobbed penis?
No, not cobbed. No, webbed. A webbed scrotum.
Web scrotum.
Oh, we're learning shit today. Fuck yeah! All right, hit images and. Really?
I mean, I don't know what you're looking at, but I could tell you that.
Oh, I'm about to show you. Fuck it, YouTube. Jesus.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like that?
For real?
Yeah.
How do you... So you can only put the head in. Or are you
Oh
putting
no,
ball sack in there
no.
too?
My dick grows further than the web. Obviously, I have a 7.25-inch penis, so I'm doing all right.
Oh, well, quit bragging. For sure, quit bragging.
Is that an Israeli thing? I feel like Israelis got big dicks.
Why is that a big dick?
No, it's the nose. It's the nose.
The schnoz.
No.
7.5 inches ain't a small dick, pal. I'm not trying to fucking gas you up over here, but
When I was a kid,
fucking
I thought I
5'9"
had.
Irishman. What the fuck?
When I was a kid, I thought I had the world's smallest penis, and it made me so intimidated and scared of life because I did have a small penis because I was a little kid, but I was over-sexualized because, Burley, you know this, my father owned strip clubs, and he was always hanging out with, like, porn stars, so I was very highly sexualized at a young age, and I'm seeing, like, pornography and, like, fucking pussies and giant dicks, and I'm like, fuck, I was like, I'm a freak. It's like, no, idiot, you're fucking 8.
Oh, dude,
Did you, when the time came, hopefully not at 8, but whenever you lost your virginity, was it at one of your father's establishments?
No, it was at a whorehouse in Corona, Queens.
Nice.
I was 12 years old. I think the prostitute must have been like 17.
Hell yeah,
Get the
dude.
fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, she looked too young, but I was definitely too young, so it wasn't my fault.
Well, what did she say when she saw you? Like, hey,
I don't remember, but when I
why
tell this
don't you
story
take
on
this money, buy some baseball cards?
Is it a Russian accent or a Chinese
no,
accent?
it was a Spanish.
Which
chick.
one?
It was a Spanish chick.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes I
nice.
tell this story on stage and I steal because I had another friend with me there that night who wasn't losing his virginity, but he said that the girl that he had gone in with, who may have been the same girl that I went in with, took a roll of paper towels and like wrapped it around her hand and then squatted in front of him and urinated into the paper towels, and then she was like, all right, let's have sex.
Oh my god.
I do tell
Y'all
a great
have lived a
story
life that-
about when my father.
They don't have plumbing in these whorehouses in Queens?
Yeah,
What
no,
are we doing
man,
here?
these are actual houses with like multiple bedrooms and bathrooms. They were disgusting,
Yeah.
but like, listen, I was a little kid. I hated it. Like when I was younger, like my father owned a strip club, and like my friends, all they wanted to do was like go to strip clubs and go to whorehouses, and like I was like, been there, done that, you know. They're like, you're fucking.
I just want to play
12,
I just want to
bro.
play video games.
But I was serious. Like,
I mean, as you're turning like 17, 18, 19, it had to have been objectively cool that your dad owned a strip club.
yeah, but by the time I was 17, 18, my father's like whole empire, because he had like a whole chain of strip clubs, had started to like dissolve because he married a penthouse pet, and he moved to Georgia, and the mafia that he was working with, basically, they ate him alive, and he fucking and also Rudy Giuliani became the mayor, and he fucking changed all he changed all the laws with having strip clubs. So like you had to have them within a certain distance of any like elementary school, or it was all types of crazy rules. You had to have like 60% of the business had to be non-strippers. So like my dad had to turn like 60% of his clubs into like a pool hall, and like the rest would be a strip club, and nobody would play pool.
Oh,
They would just
shit.
come there to look at fucking strippers.
Yeah.
That's so like,
That's
it was
wild.
So basically, like by the time I was old enough to enjoy the fruits of it, like it was already gone. So
Yeah.
yeah.
God damn.
I would
wish
say my dad was a carpenter. It's probably a way less interesting
my
story.
dad was a pastor, not as fun either. Fucking, you know.
Pastor, wow.
Oh yeah, I'm a pastor's kid, bro. That's why I'm all weird. Fucking.
I bet you
All right,
it's no
what does
difference
that
than
say
having a
about
father
us,
who
right?
owns strip clubs. I promise you.
I was going to say you're the son of a strip club proprietorship, the son of a pastor, the son of a carpenter. We're all in this fucking Zoom call together.
There's something about Jesus
I
in here
was
somewhere.
going to say,
I
you
think.
mix those
Yeah,
three
yeah.
together, you get the Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
You get
Hell yeah. We did there it is. That's the Jesus mix. That's the name of the episode. Oh fuck. Yeah.
if Jesus was real, the Eagles wouldn't have lost 5 of 6.
I didn't hear that. What'd you say?
I said if Jesus was real, the Eagles wouldn't have lost 5 of 6.
Oh, listen. I don't know if Philadelphia would exist if Jesus was real.
Nice. It's a fucking. It's something else, man. It's
I've never.
New York's not great either. I haven't been to. I used to go to New York at least once a week before the pandemic. Try to get spots. Try to whatever. Go hang out. And I haven't been back since the pandemic all that much. Not nearly as much as I was. But it's got a different vibe to it. I mean, Philly's radically different.
Well, the whole world's vibe is
fucking-
different, man. We're living in fucking apocalyptic time.
100%.
You know, like. But that's the point
Yeah.
of being a comedian and doing comedy and doing podcasts like Burley. It's like, listen, in the face of like all this fucking lunacy and destruction and like just the most horrific shit that you've ever seen, I feel like it's coming to a boiling point. That's our job, is to look at it and laugh. You know, like that's the fucking
Yep.
point.
And have a laugh, yeah, and get other people to laugh at it.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
was just talking with somebody today, literally today, and I was like, man, the pandemic shit seems like a long ass time ago. I mean,
It feels
I don't know
yesterday,
if,
and it also feels like 10 years ago at the same time. And I think that's what happens with.
well, I
impactful
think
things, right?
also
Like,
I think the difference is in Texas we didn't believe in it, so fucking there wasn't any lockdowns or anything like that. I think you guys had to deal with the shit storm of it all.
yeah, I'm in New Jersey.
You know.
It was very much a thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't obey any of that shit. I don't give a fuck. We were doing fucking
Dude.
underground shows in like people's fucking places in Brooklyn. We were fucking. Me and Kevin were out there. We were recording fucking
I saw-
sketches. We didn't give a shit, bro.
I saw pictures and shit of like rooftop shows and like people standing in the back of pickup trucks and shit like that.
Bro,
That was
we
cool.
were doing like shit in the park, like when we could finally, like when they were like, all right, you can go outside but not indoors, and like
Yeah.
we're doing stand up for fucking pigeons. I was like, I made it.
My buddy Cody, the first show I did after the pandemic, I did a show the Tuesday before we shut the country down. I was driving to Rockwell's in New York. I was doing the weekend there. They called me. I was on the turnpike. They're like, hey, we got to cancel this weekend. We'll have you back in a couple of weeks when this all calms down. I'm like, yeah, right. And then it didn't. We did a fucking show in my buddy's backyard. He lives like in the sticks, like half hour west or east of me. Everybody from that fucking entire development went to my buddy's backyard because it was 2 months of them sitting inside. And they're like, oh, there's going to be a comedy show in our development. Everybody brought their own camping chairs. They literally like coming down the block with like coolers and shit. Like people were so fucking starved. I could have farted into the microphone for 20 minutes and I would have gotten standing ovations. Like it was, I mean, I think I walked up and I was like, this is fucking weird, huh? And they were like, yo! Like they lost their shit.
Honestly,
And then I just,
honestly,
I
that
did
was
some-
close to what it
it
was
was
like doing
amazing.
comedy in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Like people had a joy.
They were just so excited.
You know, but we should always fucking be like that. You know, like audiences. I don't know why we fucking tolerate
Yeah.
these fucking angry pieces of shit. You know, like comics are
Yeah.
like the most self-loathing, self-hating people. We do these fucking shit gigs and like we accept. I'm gonna just start throwing bottles at the audience if they're not laughing.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the next
because
move.
like you focus on the one person not having a good time. Like there'll be 200 people in the audience, and I can see one person not having a good time,
Right.
and that's all I can
Right.
think about.
And the only one who's not allowed to
100%
not
of
have a
what my
good
brain's
time,
thinking
the only
about.
one who's not allowed to have a good time is me.
Yeah. But But different I never did. I was in Ireland in 2017. There was the Irish Comedy Festival. I'm so happy I was there. I reached out to the Court Comedy Club, and they're like, "Oh, we'd love to have you." Like, dude, I mean, you go to a different country, you say, "I'm a comic from the New York City area. Here's my credentials." They're like, "Oh my God, this is fucking amazing." So they're gonna have me on. They already had a headliner and everything booked, but they put me on, and then right before I'm in the green room, I'm hanging out. I just got married, so my wife at the time was there. Alison Spittle walks in, who's fucking hilarious. She's this Irish female comic. She's hilarious. She just happened to stop in, and she was like a big deal in Ireland. She's like, "Hey, we're really sorry. Like, I don't think we're gonna have time for you. Like, you know, maybe you can do like a 5-minute guest spot, maybe." And then it didn't work out. So we're in the green room, and she feels bad. She's like, "Do you want me to leave? Like, this is how nice Irish people are."
Oh shit.
She's like, "Do you want?" I was like, "Oh my God, of course not."
Yeah.
So she's like, invite your, let me buy a couple of pints for you and your wife. And we just hung out in the green room and shit. And then we went and, hung out. It was so fucking, everybody was so excited to be there. It was very strange in a way.
Well,
and like all the comics knew I was American. So like they would talk to me and they'd be like,
No shit.
"Did you understand that joke? Did that make sense to you?" Whatever. Like, but everybody was just so happy to be there. They were just so happy to be in a room where they could laugh.
Yeah.
And drink and fucking carry on and like, yeah, I mean, half the shows that you do, and New York's especially brutal with that.
Fucking
like,
brutal.
It's a lot of people that don't have the fucking time or they're like, "What'd you come to a comedy show for? Like, you want to play on your fucking phone, stay home."
Yeah.
It's very different in other parts of the country and definitely in different countries.
Yeah, no. And
I feel like it's a better experience.
First of all, when you leave New York City as a comic, you're like, "Holy shit, I'm the best comic in America." That's immediately, because you're so used to being abused and like not recognized. You're just like, "Wow, the people love me. They love me," and blowing kisses and shit. But New York is fucking
I feel
brutal.
like a big dick in like Newport News, Virginia. Like I'm not nobody, I'm a fucking nobody. But yeah,
well,
and fucking
my wife,
wobbly butt, South Carolina, like, yo, he's a real comic.
my wife's a doctor, and recently she was talking about moving to Tennessee, and like I don't really give a shit, but I'm so sick of New York that I'm like, whatever, let's get the fuck out of here. And Kevin Sanchez goes to me, he's like, "You know what's gonna happen if you go to fucking Tennessee?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "You're gonna be the biggest comic in Tennessee."
Yeah, I mean. There's something to that. Like I think you're seeing it dissipate more than it's ever dissipated. Because I mean, think about what we're doing right now. There's a guy in Houston, a guy in New York, and a guy in Jersey, and we're all talking. And like, there's opportunities everywhere. And like, I mean, there's fucking 400 breweries in New Jersey, breweries, wineries, things like that. Like, there's a couple of guys that run like these circuits, and like. You get spots, you get time for like audiences that want to be there.
No, you can make a
I'll
life
drive
out
to
of it.
Williamstown, New Jersey.
100%.
Yeah. And it's about getting spots, right? Like, because you don't get better unless you get spots. So the more spots you get, that's why New York's the greatest city in the world to do stand-up comedy. Is that, I mean, let's just say you're doing open mics exclusively. I mean, I used to drive to New York because I could do 6 open mics, and maybe I have a spot at the end of the night. I do a 15-minute spot and then I come home. Well, that's 50 minutes of material.
Right.
Like, that's 50 minutes on stage that I had in a day. You get to some fucking podunk town in West Virginia, maybe they get 10 minutes a week.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Like in Houston, there's not very many open mics. There's not many at all, and they're all at goddamn midnight, So fucking, but like,
and I'm at a point like it's not years of service in stand-up comedy. And Josh, I don't know how long you've been doing it. You've been doing it for a while. I can tell. Like
about 6 years.
It's not. Yeah, so it's not how many years. Like I'm at a certain point. Like I've been doing stand-up comedy steadily for 10 years, and I'm getting to the point where I'm embarrassed with how long I've been doing it. At
Isn't that every time
the
you
success level that I'm at? Yeah, but it's really not years of service. Like, I love these people that are like, I've been doing comedy 17 years. It doesn't de facto make you 3 times funnier than the guy doing it at 6. At a certain point, it's minutes on stage, not years of service.
Right. Right.
And there's no other city like New York City where you can get that kind of stage time.
Well, God,
so that was going to be my
question. Fucking 4 people on their phones, and 2 of them are Ukrainian, don't even speak the language, whatever. But
but they're hot.
You're like, yeah, no, Yeah, or like fucking, it's me on a stage, and it's my opportunity to do 15
Well,
or whatever.
I run 2 mics in New York City a week on Wednesdays and Thursdays, so you're more than invited to come through anytime you're around.
I would love that, dude.
Yeah, bro.
We'll exchange
Producers
information and
Club.
shit.
Make sure you
I
follow
love
at
that.
Mic'd Up NYC.
The first
yeah.
play I ever did in New York City was at the Producers Club.
I did
The Real
improv there
Inspector
15
Hound.
years ago before I started doing stand-up.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask one question while y'all were talking about it. So y'all, you two are right there in the hotbed of like one of the meccas of stand-up comedy, right? So like, do you feel like if either one of y'all moved away from that, y'all would get lazy with the shit? Yeah,
I'm lazy by default. So
well, I mean, you like you said, you went to North Carolina. You were talking about going to Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Fucking, if you went to, you would be treated like you're some fucking genius there. Would you get lazy and just lean on that and call it a day?
Of course.
That's the question. Yeah.
I just want to feed my ego, Burley.
Yeah, well, that's the reason I have a goddamn podcast, Josh. So
there's a level of like, I'm a big believer in iron sharpens iron, right? Like I try. There's been a lot of people that were very kind to me starting out, and they're still very kind to me. And like for whatever reason, they put their arm around me, right? Like they kind of big brothered me through a lot of things. And like a couple guys from New York, a couple guys from Philly, whatever. And like I want to do that for somebody else because I owe it to the universe, whatever, right? Like I need to be that to somebody else. But at the same time, don't get fucking complacent. I want to be king of the open micers. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
Like I want to surround myself with really funny people that are doing the work because I want to do better work. And like, yeah, big fish in a small pond, right? Like,
well, but the thing is this. So
I want to be good enough.
If I go to Tennessee, I'm an honest dude. So like, I'm not gonna go to some shit and like be doing comedy around people who are shit and be like, yeah, you're doing great. I'm gonna be like, yo, you think? Stop doing stand up.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
I mean, not to.
But like, I mean, you've been doing it 6 years. Like, you have experience. You have a wisdom that not everybody has in this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you see something like? I mean, I was a shitbox the first time I ever opened a show. The first time I ever got paid to do comedy was $50. I'll never forget it. And the middle of that show just took me aside. He's a dear friend of me now. His name is Pat House, and like we just talked about comedy, and like he's always been like there for me. Like 2 days ago, he messaged me on something. Like I was dog shit back then. I know I was. Like I know it was not good. It was objectively not good stand up. But like he's like, oh, I see something in you if you keep refining it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not looking to gas up every fucking dumb open micer. These fucking kids are terrible. They're fucking awful.
That's a good mix
No,
of
but
fucking psychopaths.
giving somebody
fucking
encouragement,
yeah.
like if you see a spark in somebody and like, yo, you got talent, like, of course, yeah. You know, I'm never gonna shit on somebody's dreams, but like in New York City, everybody has a fucking dream, and a lot of people should be going back to sleep or waking the fuck up. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes I think it's
dude,
myself
I've watched
included.
them
You know, like I'm not even that fucking great, but when I see someone who's fucking awful and they're wasting their fucking time, I'm like.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, I've went to these open mics here just to kind of like watch, and there's clearly homeless people going up there and talking and shit. Like I know that their tent's 10 feet out the front door, that type of shit.
I don't know. We
It's
used
fucking crazy. Yeah.
We used to have this homeless lady who used to come and do the mic at the Creek in the Cave before they moved to Austin, in Queens, and she would she would come downstairs because we used to have these late night 11 o'clock mics. And she would just strip naked, fat, flabby,
No shit.
homeless lady, and she would tell jokes, and it was a fucking shit show. But see,
Still pretty funny,
I'd rather
though,
see that than like somebody like repeating hacky bullshit, fucking.
Oh,
give me
that's
a
what this
train
was.
wreck. Car accident.
Full,
Then that's at
go
least
full
better.
train wreck. I want to see the full train wreck.
I have to convince myself, probably on a monthly basis, that I should continue to do this for 10 years. Once a month, I really have like a come to Jesus moment. I'm like, are you really? What are you doing?
Right.
Like, what are you doing? And then you're right. I see somebody that's like, I was like, you're so fucking obtuse. You don't even realize how not good you are at this thing. You're still going? Fuck it, I'm going. What the fuck do I don't have any kids, right? Like, I don't give a shit.
These fucking
Like,
retards are my motivation.
I'm going.
Well, like listen.
Yeah, and he's like, hey man, one day we'll make it. And you're like, bro, I don't think you're making it anywhere. Like, Cruise ships won't have you. Cruise ships won't fucking have me, and I'm better at this than you are. I'm not saying I'm good at it. I'm just saying I'm better at this than you are.
I do stand up because I like to make people laugh. It's as pure and easy as that. So like,
Yeah.
as long as I'm getting up on stage, 10, 20 times a month, and I'm making them laugh 60% of the time, 70% of the time, then like I'm okay with what I'm doing. Do I want to be super successful? Of course
100%.
I do. Have I made some big strides? Yeah, but I'm also an older guy, and like you question what the fuck am I doing sometimes, but I'm doing it for me. Like I tell jokes. I'm fucking Ivan Drago. I do it for me, for me, and I fucking do. I do. I don't care if you laugh. Fuck you. I'm hilarious.
Is there a level of because it is the greatest feeling I've ever had. It's really the greatest high in the world where you're like, this is going to hit him. This got him. I'm going to tag it here. Now I'm going off.
Right, yeah. When you're in the rhythm.
Got him and we're doing this.
When you're doing the combo.
And we're just,
you're on the 36-hit combo.
There's this dance happening. And there's this thing in my head that goes, drop the next tag. Drop it. And you get into this rhythm and there's no feeling like it. But I do sometimes feel like I'm 40 now. And I go, man, like, I feel old. I feel I don't have the hope in the eyes anymore because I'm 40 and I don't. Like, do you feel that? You said like I'm older.
Nah, bro.
Than the average
I married
person.
a woman
do you feel
12
that?
years younger than me, dude. I know what I'm doing.
That's where I fucked up.
Smart. Yeah. My girlfriend's 2 years older than I am.
No, dude. That doesn't make me feel older, bro.
Funny,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Listen, I've had several lives already. So like I had my kid's mother, and she was older than me, and I had a kid. So like, I felt like I've already been an old man, and then I separated from her like 7 years ago, and I went through an entire renaissance of being a young dude, and then I married a beautiful young lady, and you're only as old as you believe you are. You gotta just drink.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. You know what? I'm relapsing right now.
That I have to drink less, but yeah.
Well, they're not medical
like
experts,
doctors
and they aren't Jewish.
That's
Word.
true.
I'm gonna build
that's the moral of this story. Only trust Jews. We're building tunnels to the
I'm
hospitals.
going to tell my Gentile doctor. My new friend told me that fuck you, I can drink more.
Dude, that's actually a good way to end this shit, guys. Thank y'all for fucking being on. Where can people find y'all? Let's start with JR over here. Joshua Ryan. What's up, brother?
At Joshua Ryan Comedy on Instagram and the other things. I'm not very good at social media. I'm getting better. I try to put reels up.
Hey, I will say, I think you have the only joke I've seen in yours, but it fucking was enough for me to reach out to you. That fucking Karate Kid shit is a killer goddamn joke, dude.
Yeah, thank you, man. I
Killer
really
goddamn
that.
joke. That's something I never thought about. Josh
thank
Pallid, what's up, brother? Where can people find
We'll
you?
make sure to follow you, Joshua Ryan, when I get off. Joshua Ryan Comedy. Make sure you follow me.
Same.
Follow me at Joshua Pallid. No comedy. I don't even post. Honestly, I don't post any of my jokes or sets in the last 2 or 3 years because I'm like, until I perfect this joke, I'm like a real perfectionist. At least when it comes to that, I'm like, I don't want to put this shit up. But I have a lot of stuff coming out right now. I also have a movie that just came out called The Bastard Sons. I have a very small role in it, but it's very memorable, so you should check it out. It's on Amazon, iTunes, video on demand, and in a few theaters around the world. And, follow me at Joshua Pallid. Burley, I love you, dude. Thank you so much for having me on again.
Oh, dude, any fucking
Right,
time. Mac Almanac, is that coming back?
Well, my wife has been posting all the stuff that we were doing in Indonesia onto it.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
I saw it got a little bit of active.
We'll see.
Yeah, I saw it got a little active.
We'll see.
All right, fellas, thank y'all so much for being on. It's been a goddamn blast, for sure.
Peace out.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Love you, Burley. Talk to you
Guys,
soon, bro.
Love you, man. Talk to you later.
Peace.
See you, fellas.
Your friends tell. Your friends tell.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Dude.